Alright, what's going on, guys? So, doing another quick little video for 1.0 for Ready or Not. Ironman mode, people have been having a little bit of trouble. I'm going to kind of go over the strategy I've been using to make sure my missions go as smoothly as possible. So, to start off with, we'll go over some of the traits, we'll go over the equipment a little bit later, but we got Paramedic to ensure our guys survive if they go down, very important for obvious reasons. Pacifier, increases the likelihood suspects will surrender when hit by non-lethal. Obviously, we've got two shotguns. We've got the Morale Officer, who makes it more beneficial for us to arrest suspects alive, so those two being by shotguns are going to help us in utilizing that buff. And then we have the Intimidator, which is kind of a stand-in right now. I was using the Negotiator trait, but that guy got eliminated because of misplays on my part. Which is why the Paramedic trait's important, because he's alive now. But the Negotiator, what he does is he increases the likelihood or the effectiveness of your SWAT team shouts against suspects, which is nice for obvious reasons. The less you have to fight people, the better. That's it for traits. Let's go into equipment really quickly. So for equipment, general loadout for my red team or my non-lethal team is going to be a shotgun. Attachments don't really matter. Secondary weapon doesn't really matter. We're going to make sure we have ceramic plates and full coverage with heavy armor to ensure we have the most survivability possible. Then equipment, we're taking an extra beanbag shotgun magazine or reload, dropping a flashbang, dropping all of our pistol mags, and then prioritizing stingers and door wedges because we want to be able to control the map as well as detain suspects very easily. Now we're going to go over our blue team or our lethal team. For this team, it really doesn't matter. You could bring whatever weapons you want for the most part. Biggest thing for this is just make sure you bring the ceramic armor, full coverage, and heavy armor to ensure you're giving your guys the best survivability possible. And then whatever equipment you want to bring, you could bring tasers, you could bring extra door wedges, you could bring flashes, whatever you think will help supplement your non-lethal team and make sure they stay alive. These guys are usually your last resort though, so you don't go through and kill the entire map. And then lastly, I didn't really cover this too much, but for yourself, bring whatever is cool, whatever will supplement your team, tasers, equipment, etc. You can also color code your team's uniforms to make sure it's easier to identify who your red and blue team is, but you can also look at their weapons. I mean, two of them have orange shotguns, so. Now we get into the planning phase. This is the gas station map, obviously. You've got entrance here, 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 and here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, we're going to be wedging off all those doors, so wedge, wedge, wedge. All these will be trapped off. We'll have one entrance here to work through. They'll go left or right. We are going to go to the right way because obviously this left side's a little more complicated, so we're using the right. We're going to wedge off this doorway right here so we don't have to worry about people flanking, and then we're going to clear off this side to make sure nobody's in there. Next, we're going to push through here with our red team leading with non-lethal. Then we're going to set up a blocking position with our blue team right here to make sure nobody comes out behind us while we're working through the diner. So red team's going to push through the diner. You're going to go with them to provide lethal coverage in case they need it. And then they're going to work their way around to the other side of the building to this last unopened door, which nobody should be able to flank around us now. We're going to push through this door with the red team, clear up these bathrooms down here, make sure they're all wrapped up, make sure nobody's sneaking around us. Then we're going to push through into the center of the map and clear up all these last remaining rooms, look for any civilians or any gunmen that might have retreated inwards. Really doesn't matter where you go. You got a top route, you got a bottom route. I prefer the top route. Once you clear this top route up though, you free your blue team to be able to come in here and help you clear out the rest of the map. So highly recommend going the top route so that way they don't have to sit there and watch that door any longer than they need to. But other than that, the map should be good to go. So let's get into the gameplay. Alright, to start the mission off, we're going to be bringing our red team over here to the side. I'm going to have them wedge up this side door just because they have a lot of wedges to spare, and they're going to have an easier time getting over there. So one guy's going to go over there and wedge that door up really quick. While my red team is blocking that door, we're going to set up a Q command to stack up on this doorway, so that way whenever we're clearing the rest of the building, they can cover the door and make sure no one comes up behind us. And if they do, they can apprehend them. Alright, so there we go. Execute. They're going to go stack up on that door. I'm going to take blue team around to go wedge up the rest of the compound. Be careful coming around the backside. Obviously, there could be stragglers outside the building. We're going to go ahead and wedge up this doorway right here. Have a guy wrap this civilian up on the way back. While blue team's wedging up that door. We should only have one door left based on the map in our planning, so now I'm going to take my last blue guy, we're going to wedge up this last door, and that should be the entire perimeter of the building wedged off and secure. Be careful with the glass windows. sometimes the suspects can see you guys and they will shoot at them through the door, so just make sure you're either covering them or get out of the way of the door pretty quickly. We're gonna leave, so this shouldn't be an issue. And now we're gonna rally up at the front with our red team and get ready to work the building. Alright, so back up front with the red team, we're going to get ready to open this door. So it is locked, so we're going to have to pick this door, and we are actually in contact with the guy right now. Not super worried about it. The doors could provide a little bit of cover. I'm going to try to suppress them while they work the door. Cool, it's unlocked. We're going to send a stinger in there to kind of neutralize anyone close to the door, and then we're going to send our red team in to clear it out. So boom, stinger goes off, team's going in, left and right. We got shotguns leading, so that way anyone that's a threat will get hit with the beanbags and hopefully surrender. Oh, we got one running over there. I'm going to secure this guy because he had a gun he was shooting. Now I want him to get up behind us while we're clearing the rest of the room. He's wrapping him up. There should be one more person running around here with a gun still. I'm going to have red team cover that while we clear the other side of the building and secure that door. Close that up behind us. Boom. Alright, so, well, red team's already over here, so I'm going to have him wedge this door really quick. Once he's done wedging that door, we'll go back to the other side of the building, start working through there, and then, oh. Alright, that's why you provide lethal coverage for your guys, because when they are wedging doors, people can obviously still come through them, so it's a good thing we were here with the rest of our team. What? Oh. Okay. That's not a problem. We're not gonna worry about that. Door's wedged, so he's not coming through there. Didn't mention this during the planning phase. If you really want to get spicy, you can wedge up the original point of entry, and that will lock everybody in the building in here together. Just remember,
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Alright, so now that all the doors have been locked that we need to be locked, we are going to go ahead and start working through. I'm going to send my red team through with some equipment to prepare the room. You're going to push in. Boom, nothing so far. We're going to have our blue team block this door in case anyone decides to push out behind us, and red team is going to push through the rest of this diner over here. Nothing so far. Oh, yep, got one up there. See, yep. Civilians like to get back up. That's why we got to provide lethal coverage while our guys secure them. So luckily she decided to get back down. I was about to have him beanbag her, but we didn't have to do that. Alright, red team's getting set up on the next door. They're going to go and open it and throw a flashbang.
Bang and clear.
This will stun anybody on the other side of the door and give us time to get beanbag off if needed. Alright, everything looks clear so far. They're searching up the closets, making sure everybody's wrapped up. Boom, boom, boom. Good to go. And then essentially from here, we're just going to be doing clearance on the rest of the structure. Everybody at this point should be a civilian or subdued, so not super worried about, but still prep rooms as needed with flashbangs or stingers to make sure you don't die. It'd be really crappy to lose your guys on like the last room of a building just because you got complacent. I have seen before where I have had Bring Order to Chaos completed and rescue all civilians as an open objective, but some of those civilians will pull out weapons, which can end your run very quickly. Lastly, you're just going to want to take a lap around the building, make sure you've wrapped up all the civilians, gotten all the evidence on the map, any optional objectives, and then once that's done, you should be good to just complete the mission. Here, I actually didn't wrap these two guys up that I countered initially. Luckily, they weren't a threat. I sent one guy to get wrapped up, and then there was a guy hiding behind this little sandbag that I forgot to get. So once we tie him up, that should end the mission. If not, a soft complete's fine too. As long as everybody makes it out, I'm happy. As you can see, we've clearly got an S rank on this mission before using this strategy, so it works. I think this time I'm going to have a little bit more of an issue just because I got a little bit careless through part of this. But if you like the strategy and it's been working for you, leave a like, leave a comment down below telling me if the strategy sucks, if it works. I don't know. What do you guys think? But if you enjoyed the video and want to see more like it, let me know. Like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Peace.